Hi, I'm Jamie Leonhart, and I am a voice teacher, and I teach out of Michiko Studios. I was always very involved in music from being, as a small child. I played violin from when I was 3 years old. All my siblings played music. My grandfather was a cantor, and so we always had music in our home. And so in some ways I really fought against being a musician. I did want to be one, but I always thought oh my God, that's crazy. I think in me I felt a lot of fight against it until I realized that it was really the only thing that truly made me happy, and that if I could find a way not only to be a performer but also use my skills to make money, to make sure that I was bringing income in, then I could do it. And here we are. So I'm mainly a singer-songwriter, and I also sing anything that comes my way. I sing for other people, I sing backup, I do commercial work, but I consider myself a singer-songwriter. I've been singing and writing for a long time, but now, we are almost at 2020, right? I'm making the first record in a decade. My last record's release coincided with the birth of my son. And so while I've been working, I haven't really recorded, really put something down on wax, so to say. So that's what I've been doing right now. And in that other time, I also created a one-woman show that was about the experience of being an artist and a mother, a new mother, and just how those two completely collide with each other. And that was through a grant with Joe's Pub and the Public Theater. So I've been recreating and writing and performing because that's what I love to do. And I've been fortunate in the past 2 years to be singing backup with Steely Dan when one or two of the singers who are their regular singers can't make it, and I've done a bunch of tours with them, so that's been phenomenal and super exciting. I think what led me eventually, after years, to become a teacher was that as a young singer in my early 20s, I did anything and everything that I wanted to do as a singer. And as a result, I would find myself without a voice after singing really hard one night, or getting chronic colds, or not understanding how to get somewhere and feeling very limited vocally. And then I had one event that felt like kind of the breaking point for me, in which I was laying down and trying to sing something really casual, and really nothing came out unless I tried to muscle my voice. And I was like, wow, I think I need to study, because I wasn't even really studying, with a teacher, just kind of making it happen on my own. So as I started studying, I started realizing how much there was that I didn't know about my instrument. And as a singer, I realized that it was kind of negligent for me to not know my instrument the way that we expect a guitar player to understand, the fretboard and how to restring and, action and everything like that, or a pianist to understand things like that. But as vocalists, we're like, hey, I was born, I can sing, isn't that great? But that's not actually true. I mean, that part is true, but upkeep of the instrument and how to use it and how to get better at it only comes from actual education. As I started studying, I thought I would be remiss to not provide other singers with this information. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed learning about it, I enjoyed the science of it, I enjoyed the joy of discovery in it, and so I trained to teach. My absolute favorite part about being a teacher is watching students make discoveries. That moment where something clicks and either they're able to do something they hadn't been able to do, or can understand something they hadn't been able to understand prior, and what it opens up in them. And also, for me, I teach, really my students run the gamut from, professional singers who recorded a record and all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, I have to go on tour and I've never sung this all the way through, or people who will never sing in public other than Happy Birthday or karaoke. But the non-professional singers, when they start to find confidence or a joy in what they're doing and aren't afraid to sing anymore, I've had students who literally try not to sing Happy Birthday at birthdays because it makes them so upset to hear their own voice, and they really want to sing. So when that person says I sang Happy Birthday and it was amazing, that's it. Like, that makes me really, really happy. The hardest part about being a teacher, one piece is knowing what my students do, or not knowing what my students do outside of the 50 minutes that we spend together. You know, I can't control people. I can't control how much they practice. I can't control if they, you know, do things that are detrimental to their instrument. And so in one way, it's like kind of giving up that portion of it. And the other thing is, the other part that I find challenging, let's say challenging, is trying to impart that it really takes patience to build an instrument. And a lot of people want a quick fix, show me some exercises that are going to make me do that, and those are the people usually that fall off pretty quickly because they don't have patience. And it's too bad because, you know, there's so much to benefit from it, but like, it takes time like everything else. I have been coming to Michiko since it was not in this location. And Michiko was up a little staircase, 3 little rehearsal rooms with like a pocket door in the biggest room that you would like move a chair to get into the room because there was a big piano. I ended up coming back here and, you know, have been teaching here like as it's developed, as more rooms have been built up, like as the bathrooms have been painted, as everything has changed. Like, I feel like I've been through it with Michiko. From the moment that you walk up the steps, like, the staff is joyful, knowledgeable, and knows, like, they know me. And I see them, you know, greeting other people who are maybe here for the first time. And just from the get-go, it's like people feel welcomed here. Then it's clean. The pianos are in tune. It has great prices, you know, like, and it's one of the only rehearsal spaces that has actually been growing and not closing. And so that's a testament to whatever happens here, like, we musicians, we teachers, like, want to be here, you know, and the buzz in the hallway, like, between the hour, you know, changeovers is so exciting. And I always see people that I know. It's like there is joy in being in this space, and that doesn't happen by mistake. So my main teaching philosophies, I'd say, I'm going to call it 4, and there probably are more, but let's just say 4. 1 is that anything is tenable. 2 is that it's important to set goals that are tenable too, and then work off of each new level of achievement. 3, patience, which probably should have been number 1, but patience, patience, patience. It's like you don't go to the gym one day and expect to have a rockin' bod. Like, that doesn't happen. So you don't walk into a voice studio and think that you're going to all of a sudden be the singer that you desire to be after a session, right? So you have to equate it to however long it takes to do something, same with the voice. And then practice. Like, you have to put into use everything that you've learned. And if you do that, then you have a toolbox, and you can take any tool that you want, and it's reliable, and you've worked to get that. So it's like work and patience and setting tenable goals. I can be reached, and you can read more about me on my website, which is www.jamielenhart.com.